Yes, people, welcome back to another video. Is Frimpong going to be the first signing of this season? Florian Plettenberg has come out and said, understand Liverpool are seriously pushing for Jeremie Frimpong. Advanced talks have already taken place following detailed analysis and due to his availability. He is currently one of the top options for LFC to potentially replace Trent Alexander-Arnold. Frimpong is planning to move this summer. The 24-year-old right back can leave Leverkusen in the summer thanks to a release clause set at 30 to 40 million pounds. Which also another thing about his release clause, quickly, it can be paid in installments, and it can be paid, I think, like £7 million or something like that, put over a length of a contract, which that's probably music to Liverpool's ears, because if this is a deal that potentially works out as well, it's only 30-40 million. You can't go wrong. Like, we're acting like we're signing some unknown right back. We're acting like we're signing a 50-50 type fullback where a lot of people aren't comfortable with signing. We were watched by Leverkusen in the league last season and in the Europa League how brilliant their fullbacks was going forward in Grimaldo and Jeremie Frimpong. Now, whether you see him fitting as a right back, because he's more of a wing back / right mid, and he can play right wing at times, which I do think is something we need to take into an account, because with potentially Federico Chiesa potentially leaving, Frimpong could potentially do the backup right wing role. When you've watched him going forward, the amount of shots he actually has on goal and the amount of goals and chance creation he actually can do, I think that is potentially a Salah backup while also playing as the fullback. So let's say, for example, Conor Bradley's going to be starting right back for a game. Frimpong could potentially start off the right as well. And it helps Salah with the legs, because we've been questioning all season, where is Federico Chiesa? Frimpong could be that man, and I do think it's something to potentially keep an eye on next season. Obviously, we are to sign him. And I did also see Fabrizio basically also confirming Liverpool are in contact for Frimpong. He is a strong name to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold. LFC believe the price is fair, something around 35 to 40 million. And there are also several informations on the release clause, which I covered. Frimpong is interested in more talks scheduled. I won't be surprised if this is a deal you potentially see get done. And I said on numerous videos, this is a deal I think that will get done in the first 2 weeks, alongside with with Miles Kirkes. I genuinely would be shocked. When does the transfer window open? When does the transfer window open? So it opens on the 1st of June. I'll be shocked if Liverpool have not signed 2 players within 2-3 weeks of the window. And I do think that will be both fullbacks in the areas that we need most replacement, obviously. And then I do think the striker is going to be the one where it's a lot more harder to tell who I think Liverpool will sign. But again, Liverpool need to act fast in this window, especially in that striker area, mainly because I think there's very few good strikers available and there's a lot of competition. You've got Manchester United, you've got Arsenal, you've got Liverpool, Spurs, I reckon, could be interested, Chelsea. I think Barcelona are heavily going to be interested in a striker this summer, potentially Paris Saint-Germain. There's a lot of clubs, and that's just a couple off the top of my head, that are going to be heavily linked to strikers. So that's something that Liverpool need to get wrapped up as well, not only just the left back and the right back, but it's looking like this is going to be a deal that's probably going to get done, if I'm being honest with you. Take it with a pinch of salt with Florian Plettenberg. Germany obviously he's from Germany, so he covers a lot of the Bundesliga, which also Fabrizio Romano has covered bits and bobs, and he has also posted a retweet of a couple of things. So, when Fabrizio tends to retweet things, it tends to there's legs and there is 100% truth in the situation. But yeah, that is the news. Apparently Liverpool are seriously pushing for the deal now, and they do like the price of Jeremie Frimpong. Wouldn't be surprised if this is a deal that you could potentially get that could get announced before the transfer window. We've seen Xabi Alonso announced, Jonathan Tah announced at Bayer Leverkusen, so there is 100% chance. Obviously, you have to wait till the 1st of June to become a Liverpool player for the window to open, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is a deal potentially that we gets near enough wrapped up in the next coming weeks. But yeah, make sure you're subscribing, you're smashing the likes on the channel. This is a quick news update. I've also done a video giving my full in-depth, detailed thoughts on what I think about Jeremie Frimpong potentially coming to the Liverpool Football Club. But yeah, make sure you're smashing the like, subscribing,